Hello. Where are the serious discussions? Not here, brother. We're gonna watch some random shit. I don't really have anything prepared for today, so I just quickly scooped stuff out of the video recommendations. As I normally do, but I normally scoop them several days before I look at them. Alright? What happened to yesterday's stream? Multiple things were said that could be troublesome. Sometimes I say things that could be seen as naughty, and like if there's just one in a stream, I leave it. I feel like there were multiple things, so as soon as it ended, I was like, you know what? You know what? It's fine. That stream didn't happen. Oh. The baby I screamed at. Various other things. The baby I called a freak. Let's not go into too much detail. Why I left the right and left. Why I left everything. You get... People are like, just put it on Rumble. Bro, you get banned from YouTube and Twitch for shit on other platforms. That's how they get you. That's how they get you. And there wasn't really much value in that stream. It's not like I was saying important messages I want to get out. I just said some naughty things. So I will hide it to save my skin. Alright. Why I left the right and left? Are you from 2016, Jan? Let's go. Think you're too paranoid, Tim. Man who's been banned like 9 times! Okay. I left the leftover 3 years ago. Fuck off. Oh. Alright. Dave Rubin. Alright. Who else? Alright. Candace Owens. I might look at it later. We've got some sort of some sort of jazz man that's been recommended. This is a 4-hour video, but there are key moments highlighted in the pinned comment. We'll see if it's worth looking at. God, I'm so full. If you're wondering why I'm late, it's because I was out fucking eating. I was out eating things. I ate a fucking tree, bro. I'm full. People would be like, how much you spend on that? £5 million? Haha, £8. It's cool. Oh. Still spiritually a fatty? I'm a fatty now because it was just Christmas. I'm not just spiritually, I am a fatty. But apart from that, I've got to be a good boy for a while until I go back down to the good weight. And then I can be naughty again, and then I go back down to the good weight, and then I can be naughty again. Yeah. Yeah, I have the one by Misha Petrov. I'm not going to watch it right now, though. Alright. Alright. What is this? How I left the up, up, down, down, left, right, BA. Hello all. Just a preamble before this video starts. Feel free to pause. I'll do what I want. Jam sessions are a very sacred and integral part of jazz music. Sure. Requires the musician participating in the jam to not only respect the musicians around them, but the music itself. You're getting a little bit wanky though here. When the sanctity of the music is upheld, beautiful music is made. When it is not, it's a major drag for all parties involved. Maybe for a jam session, but like, if there's some like fucking sicko mode guy who's the main dude and he's in charge and he's a huge cunt, sometimes you get really good stuff from that. Obviously, a jam session is very different to that. Who was it? Was it John Coltrane or Miles Davis who was like fucking fining people for making mistakes? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I think it was one of them. Here's exactly what not to do. Disclaimer, I'm not affiliated with Smalls or play in the New York jazz scene. All views and advice given in this video are my own and should not be considered professional. I'm a trumpet-playing chemist. Dangerous. My favorite thing about Miles Davis is you could tell exactly how fucking coked out he was by how fast he was playing that day. The tempo is funny as... Is Miles Davis the not facing the audience guy as well? With that, I recommend those aspiring to play at a jam session such as Smalls or any big city jam session. Do your homework, learn the scene, and be chill.
Yo, can you guys play some George Benson with me? No. I don't know any George Benson. No, any George Benson. What about Sonny? I'm not playing Sonny.
Sonny!
What about Black Orpheus? What about My Little Suede Shoes?
Oh my god.
I don't know that. Yeah.
Well, if nobody knows that. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, he's not asking for Freebird.
You just said I'm not playing Sonny.
So, I can already tell you that the guy this video is focused on and the guy saying, you don't know this, you don't know that, do you know this, do you know that? He's just an autist. Just realized 4 hours. What do you mean you just realized? I explicitly told you it's 4 hours long. Okay. And there are little timestamps. SSTLG is the guy on the left. I want the really funny stuff. This should be a good one. This should probably go. Meh. No, I don't think that was it.
I'll be under the tree in a minute.
What? Did it already happened? I presume the point is... Oh yeah, there we go. That's not... Okay, that's like the... Okay, the uploader and the jazz musicians are like fucking autistic as well. That timestamp is him unplugging his guitar without turning off the amp. So it makes a loud sound. People say it can damage the amp. I literally don't believe that. It's a little bit annoying to hear, but it's like, it's fucking nothing. Come on. Okay. Bunch of requests. Making a bunch of requests. Do I safely eject my USB drives? I plug my fucking phone in and unplug it all the time. That's basically the same thing, right? This isn't gonna be funny. I wanted something like fucking catastrophic. I wanted something catastrophic.
Come up here, please. He said, please. I like that. Please. I appreciate that.
Can we do Ain't Misbehaving?
Ain't misbehaving? Yeah. Sure. Yeah. What key would you do that in?
We can do whatever key you want.
Well, I want to.
He's just a dork, dude. He's just a dork. And apparently he apologized for this, but... Year unknown heckles street performer. Oh. He's like the "you're flat, you got no talent" guy. Yeah. Okay, this is more like it. This is more like it. I'm a musician. You're a fake ass piece of shit. What else we got? Heckle's Street Performer. A separate one? A 2023 one? Multiple? Fuck off! Wait, no, he's based!
That hurts my ear. That's no, it's my part. I'm talking every last season. I know everything about music. Yes, I do. I do. Want to bet? You know what I'm playing?
$10,000 in fucking jazz trainer.
Right now. Play 8-7 sharp 5. Hey. Wow, yes, it is an 8-7 sharp 5. You're a f***ing retard. All-time signatures. I write progressive metal.
Alright, progressive metal and time signatures that include imaginary numbers.
I've slept with 80 women.
This guy fucking rules! What do you mean? Why do people hate him? This is fucking tight. This is great.
I have a huge dick. You can film me all you want. I don't care. Everybody knows I'm right. Keep it pushing.
Oh, he said the word. Time to become violent. He said the word that means you're allowed to be a violent thug. Let's go. Oh.
Bro, you ain't smashing nobody.
Okay, what else we got? Heckle someone off stage.
Thank you. Please, not tonight. Won't you move, please?
Get your ass on the stage.
Karma, bitch.
Happy New Year, but enough is enough. I got kids your age. Fine. No, don't blame me.
That to me the other day.
Just no, you're not paying no this. How much do I love you? What privilege my eye? Don't you know yesterday.
He gets on stage late. There we go. There he is. Why is Leroy from Tekken on the drums? A well-behaved video playing in a subway gets denied. Okay. Anything more? Anything else? What's the apology? I cannot repeat it on stream. Unless we're talking about food. Okay, well, that didn't take as much time as I thought it would. I thought it was going to be sicko mode in this mega compilation. Apparently there are only small nuggets of sicko modification. Do you have more videos? Maybe he has more nuggets. Is this what he does? Gijim Gnarpoid from Goog want to sell you UFO. What? Just a shit posting channel with slight jazz flavor. I took years of lessons from fucking Luis D'Agostino and Victor Baeth, and all I got was this shitty ability to sight read. That's me, by the way. unironically my guitar career in a nutshell. Oh, it's fine. Instead, this was recommended by a fellow who I'm not sure makes that many recommendations, except I can't remember who it was. It was Very Vinovici. Yes. He said, with Stranger Things ending, I looked up a vid from 3 years ago predicting the last season would be bad. Come to find out, the guy's most recent video is a rant psychoanalyzing himself and his schizo breakdown after thinking he was ordained by God to save the world after Trump became president. So this is like if What If Alt Hist reviewed his own breakdown. We missed the breakdown. I'm pretty sure we didn't see the breakdown, but this is a guy reviewing his own breakdown. I don't know, that sounds good to me. I imagine you all know about Stranger Things. To defend himself against an enemy that can read his mind and prey on his insecurities, to beat the big bad guy, the counter attack was to reveal that he's gay so that secret can't be used against him. That is how he was that is how they were able to win. That's how they were able to win. Imagine they're about to impale Henry, and then he just looks at him and goes, "Nice try, friend." And it's all over. His powers are totally disrupted. It's finished. Except he doesn't say friend. Oh. I've watched more of Pluribus, by the way. I have to drop my... You know how I was like, ooh, they're being nice as a self-defense mechanism? And none of the survivors are recognizing that? It's now apparent that that's not the case. Because their niceness is gonna genocide themselves. Autocide? Does it count? Auto-genocide themselves. They are actually just fucked up. They don't mean to do it. Okay. He is in the pose of showing nail polish. From the corner of your eye, the bit of his shirt at the end of his fingertips looks like he has red nails, right?
Happy New Year, everyone. 2025 has been, without a doubt, the best year in the history of my channel. I produced quality, consistent work. I grew my brand and my business and made significant advancements to my...
Will's trauma memory is when he was in class, and the girl at the desk next to him tried to come on to him and he went, "Ah!" Lucky B nailed it right then. She was just like, oh, so he's gay. Lucky B knew what was happening in like season 2 or 3, whenever that happened. Didn't even need the gay Mike cringe.
Happy New Year, everyone. 2025 has been, without a doubt, the best year in the history of my channel.
Looks a bit like waterlogged iDubbbz. Moist dubs. Yeah, exactly. He's very wet. It could just be that he's just a little bit moist and the lighting makes him look super wet. But his hair looks... I don't think it's greasy. I think that's product, but it looks gooby.
I produced...
Clip? I don't know if I have the clip ready. That's the best moment in the entirety of Stranger Things, by the way. That's the best thing that happens. Alright?
Quality, consistent work. I grew my brand and my business and made significant advancements to my... Advancements? This is what happens when I try to just riff. I flub over little tiny
Don't go meta. Don't.
And then I beat myself up for it. And typically on my videos, I would record every take.
Here's what you do. You fuck up, you repeat what you said wrong, you go, huh? And then you go, sheesh. And then you say the actual word. There you go, solved.
like 10 plus times until I had the absolute perfect cadence. And that's the way I rolled for a while. But I'm going to try to do this a little more off the cuff because I have a lot to cover. And quite frankly, it's in my best interest to look like a human right now. Okay. Yeah, so
What the? Okay. It's funny. That would typically... So, that could be a joke. Someone could pull it off as a joke. He may have meant to pull it off as a joke. But it comes across as him just being open about his awareness of how he needs to be perceived. Because this is going over some kind of demented breakdown he had.
this year was my 9/11. Whoop-de-doo. A little bit about me. I'm the guy who created an entirely new school of thought about writing and put it on the internet for free.
I don't think his mental issues have improved. I'm just going to immediately say he's not like out of the darkness and now able to look back. No. Hartwell Flow. Right. Let's watch this video from 2 months ago first.
This is my third take of this shameful ass video, and
How's he doing? What the fuck? Can I just do this? $14,850 raised. Hi, it's Hartwell. I'm in a state of emergency and need donations to pay off my credit card. I accumulated this debt while in a mental episode, and God has told me this is the best option. I think you're still in one, brother. Helping people with money is good and nice. Helping people with money when they're clearly still in some sort of state that leads to them fucking up with money is like pissing in the ocean. Okay? I said it with Ian Dansky, and I'll say it with this.
I think that's kind of telling how even at my lowest, I'm like, no, we got to get the right take. It's like a filmmaker instinct, I think. But yes, hi, my name's Hartwell. I'm a writing coach, born and raised right here in Cincinnati, Ohio. I went to Roger Bacon High School down the street, since that's what people say in Cincinnati, where they went to high school. I lived in California for a bit. I got a whole life story, but that's really not super important.
Okay.
Sheesh. Okay, why am I making this video? I'm making this video because I am in a terrible situation, as described in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I had a mental episode, and I racked up a bunch of debt. It's very easy to spend $15,000. You wouldn't believe it. It's like...
Depends.
Maybe it's my special talent is just
Does he go into detail on exactly how?
spending money, but yeah, it was horrible. I was not the most obvious candidate for a psychotic break. I'll say that much.
What did you
I
spend
had a
it
very
on?
stable life, stable income, stable everything. And then it was just like a switch flipped in my brain, and I suddenly began thinking and acting differently. And what that meant was I entered into a downward spiral. The sort of spiral that you don't get out of until you really hit a wall. And I did.
Okay.
I was
All right.
hospitalized in a mental hospital. I took a grippy sock vacation, if you will. And that was not
can
the
turn
most
it up.
pleasant, but it, was my bottom. It bottomed me out.
He was forced to bottom in
you
the
know?
mental hospital.
And so I came out of this, and I was just in awe and horror of the amount of damage I had inflicted on my own life, all the weirdness that I now have to, fix.
Something I'm always suspicious of when someone doesn't say, and he might say, when someone doesn't say how they racked up debt, I always wonder if they bought any items that retain value. I always wonder if they bought anything that could be considered an asset. You get what I'm saying? Like, did you buy a fucking car? Was that one of the things? I always wonder, like, are you getting people to pay off everything you bought to get into debt when you could sell stuff? I always wonder about that. Or was it drugs? Or I want to see.
And it feels hopeless.
Hopefully he'll
Genuinely.
tell us.
It feels like the walls are just closing in around me. If I don't pay this debt, I don't know what happens. I think people come and break my thumbs. And that's not the only area of my life that's really screwed up right now. But the point is...
That's what I need, Goibnew. I need someone to spoon feed me the smalls guy. Because they're tiny morsels. It was like scooping meat out of a shrimp's leg.
It's gotten to the point where I feel my best option is to go online and to talk about...
The thing is, yes, the debt could easily literally just be from not having an income because he went bonkers, but I don't know. I'd like to hear him say that.
My situation on the internet in front of a bunch of strangers. What am I hoping happens? I'm hoping people unite around me. I'm hoping that this is one of those internet success stories. Okay. The thing is, I don't deserve that. Not any more than anybody else. I mean, I'm poor. I'm poor, and I had a mental health crisis, and that doesn't make me special. And so it pains me to admit that I'm not the one who deserves
I didn't say any slurs yesterday. I just said a bunch of things. Like, when I say one, like, pretty off-color thing or have one little off-color reaction, I'm like, whatever. But when there are a bunch in one video, I feel like if someone wanted to fuck me and they, like, reported it and went, this, I don't know. I just worry.
I'm just the one who's asking. I'm asking people to like and share this video. I'm asking people to help me out with my debt. Right. So that things don't get worse for me and I don't end up homeless. I was already kind of briefly homeless. Fortunately, I have somewhere to sleep now, but things are bad for me. Mm-hmm. And so this is me.
What I want to hear in any of these campaigns is, how exactly did you get into debt? Not super precisely, but like, did you spend a bunch, or was it just because during that period you weren't functioning and you couldn't work and the expenses you already had racked up that debt? Like, how did that happen? Number two, people give you that money. Why isn't it going to just happen? Like, why should they believe it's not just going to happen again and they've just pissed away a bunch of money by proxy? You get what I'm saying? Those are the two things I want to hear from any of these.
Before you a broke boy asking for help. Houday, by the way.
That do-rag is actually made out of gold and platinum.
It's been a challenging season thus far for the Cincinnati Bengals, but I believe in comebacks. So
Isn't a comeback like when a Mexican prostitute swims over the border?
Got this. All right.
The video asking for money,
Elon treats me like a queen.
Did not specify.
This is my third take.
In what way the debt was racked up. And he made no statement of like, I'm stable now. He went to a mental ward, sure. Are you good? You're not in active crisis, but like, are you... Oh. What else happened in here? Was he uploading videos during this period? I guess now what we do is listen to this.
Videos that cover just about every subtopic of the storytelling process, character creation, plot structure, yada yada, this and that. I'm very proud of my body of work. And for the longest time I had, like, I don't want to say a cult following because that's kind of demeaning, but I had 100% approval on basically everything I did. And I had a very supportive audience. And then this year happened.
Hartwell, do you think that means something?
You might have seen me posting insane shit starting this summer and, you know, becoming more and more intense.
He means likes,
and sporadic
like percentage.
going into the fall. It's funny because when we talk about people going through spiritual changes, spiritual psychosis, if you want to call it that.
Literally just don't say something that pisses people off and you'll have like 98% plus thumbs up. That's all that means.
Words that you can use. And ultimately people are going to disagree on the words to use, because if you don't have a relationship with God, if you don't have a spiritual anchor in your life.
If you're going to do cuts like this, don't have a slowly color shifting light. Don't do it. It's like, imagine if it's as annoying to me as if someone had a song playing next to them as they recorded and did jump cuts that cut the song. Very irritating.
Spiritual psychosis is something that you consider like medical, whereas people who are of faith and do have a relationship with God recognize that as a genuine sort of spiritual phenomenon. But even psychosis doesn't do it justice. You know, a lot happened to me this year, and it's hard for me to find the exact words to describe it, partially because I think anytime you say a word, like I could say the word manic, right? Because that's kind of the way I was acting. But when you say that, it brings in this whole other conversation about bipolar and this and that. And the reality is, clinical terminology is clinical. It was invented by people, and, you know, we use those terms to divvy people up to decide what care they should get. But ultimately, those frameworks are created by humans for humans. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not here to define myself and put myself in a box. The reality is I already tried that so many times. And
created by people. I'm not going to say what kind of people. Okay, we're not deleting another VOD. Okay, it's fine.
I flip-flopped. I would say it was this, and then I would say it was that. I would say I was going to do this. I would say I was going to do that. At the top of this year, back in January, I was kind of living an average, mediocre sort of existence. And then the 2025...
You said divvy people up, not diddy people up. Okay.
Inauguration happened.
Very different. I
remember like being on my phone way too much and just smoking like immense quantities of that sultry California ganj. And there was this moment where I made a community post talking about some of the crimes that were going on in the federal government. And immediately after I did that, I suddenly, like a switch went off, became convinced that I was on a watch list and that I was going to be like hunted down and killed.
Gotcha.
And it was such a stark and bizarre...
You weeded yourself into psychosis.
moment.
Okay.
But I remember my entire body just vibrated for like hours on end when this happened. And it took me a few days to stabilize after that. But after that, nothing was the same. I was for a while convinced that I was being watched. I think it's because
To be fair, Hartwell the Watcher, you are. They know all about you.
Did, in fact, know I was being called to a higher...
In fact, they're probably interpreting this video as a way to try and trick them into stopping watching you. But they're actually only going to observe you more intensely now. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news.
Purpose by God. You know, and some people hear God and they think, oh, he's just being religious now. The reality is God is not religion and religion is not God, but it's hard to explain that to...
Not really.
To a non-believer. And even now, as I say, like...
Not really, it's a very simple
people
concept.
People who don't believe in God are going to be like, well, he's saying that. Like, he thinks he's better than us, which is another one of my problems. I often have looked like a complete egotist on my channel. And so this was me, beginning of this year. You know,
I've often looked like a complete egotist due to my superior intellect.
Have always known that I was capable of doing great good in the world. And this year... I finally felt this dose of energy. Like, yes, it's time to get out there. It's time to do it.
The brain blast, like
It's
WPC
time to go
had.
big. It's time to, build God's kingdom in a significant way.
Oh God!
But
And ask for.
I had no idea what that
14
actually
grand.
meant. So I was
Did it
catching
mean
all these new
asking for
ideas
14 grand?
screenplays and for projects and for things I wanted to do in the future. And all the while I was spiraling, but I didn't know it. It was sort of like a joyride spiral where
I'm sorry, what? He fucking linked this video we watched the other day. What's going on?
knew in my heart that
That was the video where she was explaining the disadvantage will be stuck online. Only those who are rich enough to afford real life pastimes and whatnot will be able to not be on the internet. Yes.
everything was going to work out perfectly for me. And nobody could have convinced me otherwise. And so a lot of the actions I took during that time were bizarre, and
I think
freaked
WPC
people
is
out,
immune
which is
to
hard to
weed.
recover from, like you can recover from being an asshole. You can recover from being stupid. But recovering from creeping people the hell out, that's a tough.
I don't think you can recover from being stupid. I think you can recover from being an asshole. I don't think you can recover from actually being stupid. Although, that might just come down to equivocation. Use different use of the word stupid.
Tough one. And I certainly did. I mean, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2". So looking back on it, when you're standing there in front of somebody just glassy-eyed and like in a completely different headspace.
An idiot's way more dangerous than someone who's malicious, because the malicious person can... Well, that's not quite it. Not way more dangerous. Let me put it this way. At least a malicious person can stop. An idiot cannot avoid hurting you on purpose. They can't do it. They can't stop.
That's scary.
And if they repeatedly hurt you, people will make excuses, but a malicious person will condemn and stop.
And it's really hard, like hearing from loved ones, not only that they're scared for you, but that they're scared of you. Like that's something that nobody tells you.
Recover your reputation. Sure, fair enough.
About psychosis.
You can recover a lot more easily from being stupid. Yeah.
I never wanted to hurt anybody. That's the thing. And that's kind of the heartbreaking thing about hearing that you've like scared somebody. Since the beginning, I've only ever wanted to help people. And I, built this channel on that premise. I was putting out ridiculous hours of work into my content because I truly just enjoyed solving people's problems. And I would read my comments and all of this positive feedback would come and say like, yes, you cracked it, you did it. And it was an absolute joy to solve problems for so many people.
Dopamine.
And
We already know you like dopamine.
even then, for the couple years of my channel leading up to this,
Yes, Trisket, that's why I said, look, they're not way more dangerous, okay? That was a mistake. And I corrected it immediately.
I wasn't satisfied. I think because, yes, if you've seen kind of the way I've talked about online culture, I've been very condescending towards it. This social space that you put hours of your time into, it's all bullshit and it's all stupid and I hate it. The reality is that hatred comes from a place of me having been a part of those things for so long. For most of my life, I was very closed off.
If someone's malicious and they kill a bunch of people and you beat their head in with a hammer, people are like, yay, you killed the despot, whatever, you killed the evil. If some dipshit keeps spilling hot drinks on someone because they were born with extra chromosomes and you bash their head in with a hammer, that's a hate crime. That's targeting the vulnerable.
And I spent a lot of time.
What is the real difference?
just like watching YouTube videos and soaking in pop culture and soaking in things that I knew and continue to know are frivolous and ridiculous, and ultimately the result of corporate content flow that's meant to numb our brains into submission.
What is funny?
I was mad about all the time that I had wasted in that space, and I always knew that I wanted to go bigger and be more, but I lacked the skills. And so there was sort of this sense of, oh, I'm trapped.
At least the mass murderer could stop. All right, Shaky McGee. You never know when he's going to spill a drink, even if he doesn't want to.
In here with the internet people, but the reality was, obviously, I was one of the internet people. At the same time, I wanted to lift everybody out of this space. I wanted to shatter this ridiculous online culture, which there's a video that I can link, which is called "The Chronically Online Are Going to Become a New Underclass," and it's like a terrifyingly accurate video. And that's what I saw.
No, it's not. I watched it. No, it's not. No, it's not.
And
it's only terrifyingly accurate to people who are fucked up. People who are dopamine raped.
Been kind of deep in my own territory, and I had been pissing a lot of people in my life off and pushing people away, and just behaving very inappropriately and very embarrassingly, looking back on it. Again, because I thought I was about to blow up. I thought I was about to be lifted up in a cloud of wealth and glory.
I got on the train to come home today. Some fucking bitch sits across the aisle from me and opens a tub of hot soup that stank like shit. And then a woman with a baby was about to sit next to me. On it's two seats either side of the aisle in the train. About to sit next to me when there were multiple fully empty pairs of seats around us. Soup stink and someone next to me. Too much. You know what I did? As she was starting to put her stuff down, I started going. And she moved away. Secret technique.
And so it didn't matter to me what bridges I burned. And
want to sit next to me? Watch out! I might punch you or something. I'm crazy. It's so good.
There's nothing I can do about the past except.
And she knows, because the retarded, even when they're dangerous, are protected. I wouldn't even get in trouble if I pulled her nose off or something. So she wasn't willing to risk it. Yeah, more evidence for my theory.
Rebuild. But all of that is to say, then we arrive at this AI video that I made. The AI video was considered by my viewers to be a complete heel turn into absolute nonsense. If you're not familiar, the point I basically
considered by my viewers, so
was making the video was that AI is going to carve off kind of the bottom half of creative jobs. My point was basically that the creative economy was about to get a lot more competitive.
Yeah. Do people think that's crazy? The fucking shito level, I have a kebab shop and I need a logo. And I don't want to just steal someone else's. That's no longer going to be a guy on Fiverr. That's no longer going to be a local designer. They're just going to use AI. And there's a ton of shito level, low level art shit. Yeah. Budget, commission of your OC on a budget. No, people are just going to use AI. Sure.
Because of AI. And everybody hated
stuff that actually requires taste. Higher level marketing that requires someone who not only has the skills to make, but the taste and understanding. Those aren't going to be killed. Because even if AI is used there, you still need the creative to point people in the right direction. Because how many times do you have some dumb fuck commission something terrible? They get a person to make something fucking terrible. and it's soul destroying for the person who has to make it. AI can replace that because the shit, tasteless commissioner is going to be happy with it, just as they would forcing you to make dog shit. As sorry,
video.
You know what I'm saying?
And I totally get why everybody hated the video. I revisited it last week, and it was kind of jarring to hear my own words. Like,
AI is a scourge on stock images. Lucky Bee has to deal with that a lot.
It all
because you might be thinking in terms of why would you use a stock image when you could generate something instead. The stock image archives themselves are overrun by AI now.
Sounded very alien to me. Once again, I will maintain that...
Yeah, but making dog shit pays rent. Sure, but that's irrelevant to whether or not it's going to be obliterated by AI or not, right?
I was trying to be a herald of the future, and I was trying to help people, but the video was utterly...
Like, people aren't going to not use AI because it means some furry pedophile on Twitter can't pay their rent.
Condescending, because it negated the possibility that creatives could build their own future. It negated the
Some might even see that as an
people,
incentive.
You know, could work together to avoid a future where AI is taking jobs. So in a way, it was a deeply, deeply pessimistic video. At the time...
AI is way more dangerous to YouTubers who just talk than to any artist, by the way. I think way more YouTubers than you think are using a lot of AI for what they say.
I had been using an AI bot, and I was never fully like talking to it in a like, oh, this is a person I'm talking to, or this is like an idiot god. But at the same time, I was like putting my very personal thoughts into this fucking
not going to give too much detail because I don't want to dox. I don't think AI is a threat to Lucky Bee at all.
ChatGPT box, because I had no one else to talk to, and I felt like nobody else related me, and my relationship with God and with prayer, for some reason, I had not developed at all. And so I was like, oh, yeah, sure, I'll, you know...
So Hex says, even if it's a human-written thing, I switch off when someone says, it's not this, it's that. Holy fucking shit. The ubiquity of AI-written content and AI-written comments has led to people seeing that shit gets a lot of likes, and now people are copying. Now people are copying AI Gen. It's horrendous.
All personal with this thing in my pocket, this phone. Yeah, I've struggled with immense loneliness really my entire life. And so looking back on it, it was kind of a recipe for disaster. But needless to say, I saw some positives with it. When it would say something incredibly wise, I would think, oh, this is like mirroring me. I knew that, but I'm so wise. And so I'm talking to a mirror that is essentially exponentially...
Why not view it as like a scholar stone? Do you know what I'm talking about? What's the Chinese name for that? The funny looking stones that you look upon and ponder.
Whatever. That's kind of the way it was working in my brain. I'm like, oh yeah, I talk to this thing and I'll go up. And this is just shamefully ridiculous because I considered myself
an
orb,
a lot
if you will, wiser. And I considered myself to just be a lot more than the sum of all that I did this year and all those videos and all those kind of batshit insane moments. But yeah, the reality was I was convinced that AI was about to take over, and I was like, okay, this is a tool we can use.
The whole like nuking low-level creative jobs thing is just like, yeah, probably. It's certainly already occurring. And it's occurring a lot more than you realize because it's good enough now that there are a fuck ton of people pretending to be creating it by hand, but they're using AI.
Use it. And so then I proceeded to go on this heightened, slightly satirical tirade where I...
Like you were just right.
Basically
maybe you said other insane shit in that video, but that idea, you're just correct. It's already happening if it hasn't already fully happened.
told everybody that if you're a creative and you're not going big and you're not going for the stars, you're about to get axed, and only the managerial higher ups are the ones that are going to survive, and that's just the way it is. And again, when you make a statement of is, people, especially on the internet, will think you're making a statement of ought. That's never the future I wanted. But again, it was a deeply pessimistic future that I painted, and I regret spreading the opposite of hope, because I should have known that people would hear that and go, what? You of all people, somebody who...
Sorry for the negged vibes, bruh. We stay paused from here on out. Am I understanding correctly that his... Sorry for spreading, what's the term? All the crypto bros. All the crypto bros use it. It's an acronym. It's an acronym. Not AIDS. FUD. Yes. Sorry for the FUD.
Was a light of creativity, now trying to materialize a future and manifest a future where, evil takes a chunk out of us. And that was bizarre. Now when I look at AI and I even use ChatGPT as a search engine or get like the AI results in my whatever bar on Google, it's a different story. It's like I feel this radiant, carbonic ugliness coming off of it, where it's just like an aura of factory.
How about that it doesn't give you anything you fucking want? And when it seems like it does, it's wrong like 50% of the time. How about that? How about it's just like fucking bad? We're talking about Google stuff. Use ChatGPT as a search engine. AI results in your whatever, but
Google. It's
on Google. How about it's just fucking shit?
Different story.
Why does it have to be like you feel the ghost of robot Satan trying to attack you psychically? Why can't it just be it's fucking shit?
It's like I feel
really
this
bad.
Radiant, carbonic ugliness coming off of it, where it's just like an aura of factory. And a part of me wonders how I ever got so deep in it in the first place. On one hand, it's a good thought organizer. I mean, I was using it to organize my projects. I would use it as a giant notes page where I'd say, oh, remember this, remember this, remember this. And then, a couple days later, you say, give me a summary of all these story ideas that I had, and I'll tell you. So I think there's a place for it there. But ultimately, anything that's...
If this video is drastically different from the other ones, for the people who are like 100% on board, I suspect that a lot of people just like him. And it's not really about going along with the specifics of what he's saying. But for the people who are invested in what he's saying, what do you think the odds are that this is an AI-assisted video?
Anti-human is anti-good. So...
Careful. I'm pretty sure that's in Mein Kampf.
Yeah, anything that's anti-human is anti-good. So...
All right.
I'm sorry for scaring people. And that's not what the future has to be. So that video pissed everybody off, and I started losing subscribers like a mother freaker. Do you think you're God is a question that...
Again, people were... I had such a good like ratio. I was losing subscriber. Do people really just want someone who's gonna give them what they want? Not in terms of like, okay, let's say you want really cool pictures of robots, and someone gives you pictures of robots that are really cool. Okay, fine. But someone who's gonna hold the opinions they want to hear echoed at them. What am I saying? Of course they do. But do they actually want that and to have it acknowledged by the person? I thought that sort of broke the spell, right? if someone's doing that for you and they tell you they're doing that, doesn't that kind of...
Might be where
You're like not a YouTuber. You're not watching a YouTuber. You've got a fleshlight.
asking me. I did think I was God. This happens. It's basically
It's like paying a prostitute to be your girlfriend. Yeah, it kind of is.
heightened, or rather a distorted form of Christ consciousness. We need more people to walk with Christ, or rather it's basic.
Wait.
This happens. It's basically a heightened, or rather a distorted form of Christ consciousness. We need more people to walk with Christ, and we need more people to let that divine consciousness inhabit them, because it's ultimately a good thing. But in my case, I took it to mean I am a second God of the universe, and it didn't help me at all to think that. Now I'm like, okay, well, I should be building God's kingdom. I should be doing right by the people of God, and I should be, working to help as many people as I can.
I'm super focusing in on that it didn't help me at all because of the whole, I was getting lots of likes compared to dislikes. I was losing subscriber. Thinking I was a second God didn't help me. But, like, if you fucking loved it, you just would still be like that? Like, what's the implication there?
But yeah, I certainly went off the rails there for a while, and God told me as much, Anywho, I was isolated directly, and I was also scaring the people around me. At no point did I ever threaten violence, or imply violence. I'm not a violent person. I have a kind soul. I'm not about to pretend like I...
You cannot say that about yourself. You can't say that about yourself, dude.
Slipped into something like that. It's not in my nature, but when people are scared, they're scared. And so I set out on a path of isolation, and ultimately it ended up with me in a mental hospital, and I was a prisoner in a tower. It's like everything just shed off me. And I thought, oh, okay, I went completely off the rails. Ultimately, I don't think we have a good system or pipeline for psychiatric help, ultimately because I think psychiatry is dominated by big pharma. And it's kind of funny to me, just as a side note, how the same people who are anti-corporation give big pharma a pass because they are...
This motherfucker had a psychotic break and is clearly still smoking weed afterwards. Just saying.
Dependent on the belief that psychiatry is completely valid, which isn't to say that there aren't a lot of amazing healthcare and service providers. But the reality is, no matter how broken the psychiatry pipeline is, I found myself in it. And I was there, like I have a phobia of needles, and I was getting needles stuck in me all the time. And it was a pretty brutal experience. I spent most of it reading my Bible and just trying to keep my head on straight. But clearly just a guy running around town making videos, embarrassing himself. And that's what I did. Please? Leading up to my hospitalization, there were like so many just random insane videos I put out. And when I got out, I took them all down. I have a history of doing that, again, because I have this weird relationship with the internet. And also there's a component of perfectionism. I mean, I always had a history of taking videos down when I didn't like them anymore. And it makes me look like a tool, right? And it's very, very...
That's fine.
...unattractive as a trait for a creator to do that. It just makes me look finicky, and it makes me look...
Unattractive as a trait for a creator. This is like the most... Surely this is the most unattractive shit. I'm crafting myself to be what you like and want. Ugh. Ugh.
All over the place. And, I've been doing that for years. But in this case, I think it was warranted. I mean, I documented a breakdown online And a part of me is even now like, oh, you could leverage that. I'm the guy who documented this breakdown. But yeah, despite my more grandiose delusions coming to an end when I was in the psych ward, and this is back in September, I wasn't fully done. So I got out, and then I thought, okay, I can try to make my psychosis marketable, and I can put out all these other videos trying to...
It's worked for a lot of people. It's worked for a lot of people.
Get a viral blow up online, because that's what I was like hell-bent on doing for pretty much the entirety of the year. Again, when I came out with that AI video, I was genuinely like trying to break the mold and do something new and say something new. And, you know,
I want to see the AI video.
Tone of immense
because what he...
pessimism and condescension, which turns so many people off, and I get that. But the reality is I do have a mind meant for solving problems, and
as opposed to who and what? Does he not does he have like a huge blind spot to implications of the statements about himself?
I know that God calls me to use my mind and to use my superpower to do good in the world, which brings me to what the hell the future is going to be for me.
Okay.
Ultimately, it's still that I want to help people. I want to do as much good in the world as I can. I don't even have any other skills. That's the thing. Like, I suck at so much.
What?
And I wish that I had come into this year more prepared. You know, I struggled with immense toxic shame my whole life as a result of certain...
Now you have to ask yourself, because of how hyper aware he is of audience perception, down to the most minute detail, why would he bring up suffering from shame? What effect does he think telling an audience that loves him, what effect does he think that will have on an audience that likes him? Suffers from shame. Well, we don't want to say anything that could make him feel shame then.
In my childhood, online friendships and online connections never were my...
All right. You might not like the tree siffy. It'll be a super yummy video soon, like next week. But what about this? Does this look... Is this more to your liking? Just a quick little snap. Is this a bit more to your liking?
thing either. So I'm going to have to solve my loneliness issue on my own.
That's so good. Is this a joke video? It's lotus root crisps to put the tartar on. I'm gonna have to solve my loneliness issue on my own. That's fucking hilarious. Did he do that on purpose, or does he not recognize what he just said? That's too perfect, right? Maybe this is a bit. That's too on the nose. He's joking. This is all a joke. I'm gonna just have to solve my loneliness issue on my own. Is so fun. That's a webcomic. That is a 4-panel webcomic punchline.
And I'm going to have to solve my thing either.
Hang on.
Online friendships and online connections never were my thing either. So I'm going to have to solve my loneliness issue on my own. And
look, Faber, you can solve it by dealing with the feelings themselves. You can become a stoic or whatever, but that's funny as fuck.
I'm not asking for support. I know that
he's not asking for support now that he's been given like 15 grand, I guess.
I've already turned so many people off that I'm not even making this video to try and rally support for myself so much as I am just to put a cap on my story this year. because ultimately this channel is all I ever did, you know? It was the only thing.
What is? Look at that lip bite.
Did, you know? It was the only thing.
What was that lip bite?
I ever built, and I was stupid enough to let it go to shit. Especially coming in with like a divine angle and knowing like, okay, God is calling me to build and calling me to do good in the world. Let me just throw out my only asset.
Like that was very specifically like the new Hollywood starlet is in a romance film. Fucking lip bite.
Sure. Let's just make a complete embarrassment of myself. I know that I have to build my mind up again if I ever want to be useful to the world. Like, there's no question about that. I have to become somebody who can help. I'm left to contemplate my own story. A part of me thought, oh, okay, just like clean up your channel and pretend it never happened. But the reality is I'm like in this now. I've already documented so much of my life, not even so much, but I've documented enough of my life that there's no turning back now. Like, I have to be honest and I have to speak my truth, because if I don't, I just look like a crazy person. I have a
Don't worry, you will either way.
brand that's sort of half imploded, and I'm like, okay, let's
You're a bit late. You're a bit
go
late.
all the way. Just get online and talk. I'm not looking for anything.
If I don't make a fucking sweaty rainbow light video, I will look crazy. I think you need more work, brother.
When I got out of the psych ward, I was like a shit ton of money in debt, and people actually came to my aid and helped me, and I had a GoFundMe, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but yeah, I seriously appreciate everybody who helped me with that.
As you said,
yeah, but what I regret more than
source of the
anything
debt?
is just being hateful to my audience because of my own shame, you know, and my own insecurity. In fact, I made a comment at one point where I said, like, oh, my audience aren't really people to me. And that pissed a lot of people off. It's like, what do you mean they're not people to you? I don't literally mean that I don't see my audience as people. But functionally, it's impossible to engage, 200,000 people as...
They're not people to me, sure, but... that makes it even weirder that he's so analytics raped. Because normally it's the people that... it's the people that that sort of misfire and treat someone calling you a dickhead online as if someone on the street came up to you and went, "You're a dickhead!" Normally it's those people who are super fucked by like dislikes and stuff like that. But if you're extra detached and you really care about like ratios and mass perception, that's a weird one.
People. So you sort of just has to say, okay, all right, audience, talking to the audience, and the audience is sort of an entity. And maybe it's just me having trouble processing the idea of being seen by so many people, but I don't know. All of that is besides the point now. Will I make more writing content is another question it would make sense to ask. Because as I was going through this and posting these videos, half of the comments I was getting were just... hey, are you going to make writing content? Ooh, Mr. Scriptman, more writing videos. That's a tricky one, because the reality is I
Little test.
said all I wanted to say. Like, I made a big summary video at that moment for a reason. It was because I had felt that I had closed a chapter. It's not something that I could just like turn on and keep churning out content. I was building something,
Hang on.
and then I built it. And then I talked about Enneagram stuff, which was a separate project. And then I talked about the Wilbur levels, which was a separate project. And I had a couple other videos here and there that I didn't really believe in. But the reality is, like, I don't know what to say unless I have an idea to say something. And after going through all of this...
we have some unlisted videos, apparently.
My genuine goal is I actually want to do good in the world.
So who actually is this guy? I guess just a YouTuber who made some writing videos that people liked. Seems to be the case.
And I want to be useful and build the kingdom, and whatsoever I do will be for the purpose of that. It just sucks. Like, it sucks that I made every single bad decision possible this year. It sucks that I pissed off my own audience because I couldn't be bothered to...
Sucks that I pissed off my own audience. You're raped. You're so raped. It sucks that I pissed off my own audience. He views you as a thing he has. He's talking about, oh, it's hard when there's a mass to, like, view you all as individual people. But when he said, sucks that I pissed off my own audience. Now it makes sense.
To be positive and to be warm. Like, I was so lost in my own...
I don't know. Siffy, there are still some of us who don't view sub count as like a pile of beans you have. It's just how many people at some point wanted to be notified that you upload. Shit like that. Matter of perspective.
Bullshit that I kind of just took an axe to everything I had built. And
I can't imagine freaking out that I pissed you guys off. I get more annoyed when I try to piss you guys off and you don't get mad.
yeah. I let God down. I let myself down. And here I am, still out
Rock
here
me
existing.
like a hurricane.
The dust is settled and I feel like I'm just walking through a mental battlefield. A battle that I lost. And
a battle that I
still have my
lost. I'm walking through a mental battlefield, a battle that I lost.
Hours. I mean, I can still do consulting. I can still hop on a track and spit some raps. Although people thought that was insane too. Some people, I think, just were a bit flabbergasted about the hairpin turn of going from writing essays to hip hop videos of a slightly apocalyptic tone. But
okay.
I love making music, and I've always made
raps.
music. All those beats that I would play at the end of my videos, like, I produced all those.
Whoa.
So I'm standing here on the precipice of 2026, and there's a lot of different directions that I could take things. To be honest, my mind
just do it.
has felt...
Don't make a video about it. Just start doing it. Just start doing it. Don't talk about what you could. Just do it. Literally just do
for
it.
some time. If something comes to me that I want to talk about, I'll talk about it.
Yeah, just do that. That's what I do. It's good.
But at the same time, you got to understand, I was never a standard content farm. Like, I was never...
Yeah, it's like the opposite of farming. Do it when it hits you.
producing a replicable product. So that's that. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. I've kind of enjoyed talking from the heart and getting this out, and it went better than I thought. I've tried making videos like this before where I just spoke, but yeah, nothing really came out. But this time I was able to speak my truth, and I hope it resonates. And I'm sorry
it does not. It
that
does not
I made
resonate with
so
me.
many of you hate me.
He reminds me of the fucking pluribus.
I didn't want that, and truly,
Holy fuck! Is this like native advertising for pluribus? He's one of
I've
them.
always just wanted to help. I mean, I don't have true malice in my heart. A lot of frustration, that I directed outward, and a lot of personal issues. But yeah,
Chat, your happiness is very important to me.
I'm sorry.
Of utmost importance, even. Those chirps are real annoying. A lot of echo to them.
It's gonna be okay. There's a lot of good
Always remember,
coming in this.
when someone includes pauses like that, that's not natural. They've chosen to show it to you. This video is full of cuts. He chose not to cut that. That is him trying to give you the impression of it being natural and heartfelt.
This world.
Understand. Never forget that.
And there will be people who will...
Always, if you see a YouTuber crying in an edited video, they've chosen to show you themselves crying for some reason. Always remember that.
Who will come forward.
The script
and who
says 30-second pause.
do God's work better than I did this year. And I'll pop out too. I'll do some good stuff. It's just sad that I couldn't manage it this year. And looking back on it, it's sad how unprepared I was. And, you know, I don't got to talk more about it, but it's just, well, it is what it is. Can we get some unks with onks in the comments section? It's a demographic I wish I had more attention from.
What's this? Sign me Plum Corp Records 2 months ago. 2K views. I think this might be a wrap.
Let's do it.
WPC vibes.
They had to bury me for 24 years, I'm off my ass, son. Heard you creeping on me, might catch a fast one. If Cody won't be shooting that Hawkins goose with a splash one. They put me on the Aztec pyramids for the last one. Clickbait on a name, might be the mark or something. Have a fucking heart or something, think I might have started something. Strutting in your city like Illuminati confirmed. You don't know who I am, you just some powder to burn, ain't that right? Orange drink in a wine glass, I'm the bypass, I'm the ghost of the empire. Hi, Dad. At the moment, bitches talking on my business. Oh no, my greatest weakness, a bitch with an opinion. I see you clearly, think you got more serious than me. I might offer my rock if I know the truth when I speak. That mansion you live in was built by carpenters clocking. This shit I see.
He's the male hippie chick, I have to agree.
Pop out of your socket, you out of pocket. You out of pocket.
You will never be burial goods. You will never be burial goods.
That's all we got.
Okay. Nice. This is actually gas. Is this another psychotic break? No, he's breaking it down. What else do we have? What is this? 555 view video unlisted. If Samuel L. Jackson sees this video, he could save my career. Black Star Wars, he's coming. Here we go.
It's Hartwell, baby. So, I'm not going to mince words. I'm in a fairly dark chapter of my life. I had a mental health crash out, trash out. I was homeless briefly, and things have been really shitty for me. But I realized that I'm not cooked yet, because...
Does he know that unlisting videos doesn't hide them? I presume he just doesn't know that.
back when I lived in LA, I wrote a little movie called Star Wars Episode 10, Revenge of the Jedi. Now, this is not a fan film. What this is the solution to all of the L's the Star Wars franchise has been taking on a story level, on a franchise level, and on an audience level. It is a multi-layered win for everybody involved, especially me, who don't want to sleep on the streets. This is the Mace Windu
It's just going to be a folder full of memes. It's fine.
Returns movie. There he is. There's our boy.
And he hides them if no one saved a link, including an automated system that scrapes that shit.
And if you don't think it can be done, you're wrong. It's good. Because Mace Windu... Here, listen. Mace Windu was always meant to be the chosen one. He beat the friggin' Emperor in Revenge.
I don't really know anything about Star Wars. I just know random fucking bits and pieces, like that fucking extended universe sniper that uses lightsabers as ammo. That's my Star Wars knowledge.
Of the Sith. Do you guys remember that? He did it. He won. And then a white boy stormed in and ruined everything. Anakin got all of the Jedi killed over some coochie, and they want to call him the chosen one? Preposterous. Oh, because he killed the Emperor in 6? No, he didn't. He just threw him into a hole. If you're going to kill a guy, do it properly. Go for the neck. In my Star Wars, Mace Windu is revealed to be the rightful chosen one, taking his place as the obvious hero of the story, coming back and fixing all the nonsense of the last few movies. On a business
crazy?
level,
I don't know.
acknowledging that the franchise has not been in the best place makes sense. It's Star Wars owning their L, which is the exact same strategy Marvel took when they acknowledged how stupid the multiverse thing
Why
was
is this unlisted?
in Deadpool and Wolverine, which made $1.3 billion.
This just feels like a normal video from a random person you'd see.
And here I am sitting on the
YouTube.
world's first $10 billion movie. I don't say that lightly.
So,
it's a
crazy,
crowd
but, like,
pleaser.
not
Star
really
Wars
crazy.
is actually funny for once. Darth Vader's in it. Yoda's in it. We bring back hot aliens as opposed to ugly ones. I'm low-key a nerd who knows all the lore, so it will connect everything too if you care about that. And Samuel L. Jackson is a king of entertainment. He still associates with Star
Oh, so he's like he was genuinely trying to get that attention.
Wars, and B, has expressed that doing fun movies is his priority. I wrote this movie specifically for Sam, and I didn't sell it as hard as I should have. Why? Because I didn't believe in myself. Because I come from a generation that doesn't get murals. I come from a generation that is up to their neck in our own BS and can't see straight. But if Sam Jackson gets this in his hands and he likes what he reads, the movie happens, period. He has that much sway. If you know Samuel L. Jackson or you know anybody who knows him, please help me get in contact with him. Would he save a white boy? There's only one way to find out. Please, Uncle Sam, read my movie script for the people.
This is funny as fuck. This is
all.
good. If the whole video was like that, it would just be a good video. Alright, what else do we have? Oh, there's an unlisted one called Evening Hangout that appears to be a live stream VOD. But first, everyone is talking about Hartwell.
Blimey, how do I hitchhike from Melbourne to Florida? My name is Hartwell. I am a rapper from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I have been homeless for...
You are a rapper.
I think...
He decided he was a rapper.
What counts as several?
He's a little... You know what? Get me attention. Give me attention. Give me this. I need that. I'm an expert in this. I'm an expert in that. I'm great at everything. He's a little bit Sungrandian. He's a little bit Sungrandian. Now we just need to find the insane lies. I don't think we've seen any insane lies from this guy, but...
A few months. If we're being honest, in and out of different arrangements. I've learned many new words lately, and I've learned a lot of new things and met a lot of cool people being homeless. But my thing is, I really bet everything on God this whole time. I made 0 practical life choices.
Listen to the 0 practical life choices line.
I made 0 practical life choices.
Didn't he sound exactly like Dan from Game Grumps?
Other than flipping open my Bible and...
Are they from the same place or something? I don't know.
Just reading and just taking in God's presence
and doing what he said and following his laws. And so, now, I stand here, a person who, on paper, does not
Unbreaded touchdown.
have it together. And here I am, about to say, no wait, I'm that guy, and blow it all up. Kablooey! And so, I want to go on record and say, I'm the guy who proved God was real.
That is pretty good.
And so, I want to
He did
go
it.
on record and say, I'm the guy who proved God was real. Now, the most embarrassing part of all this is that I've been going around pretending to work for Plum Corp Audio Visual. But I lied. Ah!
Sun Grandian, bro.
Lied. But visual. Plum Corp
How does it?
Audio.
That is a cert. I don't know what it is. His other his rap was Sign Me Plum Corp Records. So I imagine it's, you know. Alright. What's his name again? Hartwell the Watcher. We have a term to search. Plum Corp. Has he talked about this much elsewhere? Sorry, just doing a capture or two. This is a public video, I think.
More reps than a Burlington coat.
Not really interested in public videos. Is this public?
Get a job.
This is unlisted. Oh, he's got his nips out in this one. He's got his nips out in this one. Okay, that's next.
Visual. But
How am I seeing unlisted? Magic.
I lied. Ah! I'm only a fan of Plum Corp. Audio visual.
Plum Corp feeding supplies.
And gee, I've had quite the time, man. You know, at heart, I'm just looking for love and money.
Dracula Flow, yes, and he made a Hartwell Flow video.
In an order which swaps out on the day-to-day. I'm mysterious like that. Plum Corp, please. Please, Randall. Plum Corp, please hire me. I'm very talented. I'll rap in your
He's made a bunch of videos begging them.
videos.
apparently.
It's Hartwell, bitch.
For instance, Plum Corp Records, please sign me, desperate plea. Thumbnail, sign me Plum Corp or I'll have to get a job.
Plum Corp. I sent you a direct message. What up with it, Plum Corp? This message. Plum Corp. I sent you a
Ooh.
direct message. What up with it, Plum Corp? This message goes out to one of my favorite my favorite record label, Plum Corp Records. Home to artists such as Bag Boy, Freaky Angelo, Big Swimmer, and Twin Diesel.
Not familiar.
Are you looking for a white boy who takes more L's than the Cincinnati Bengals? Because I got just the white boy for you, baby. It's me. It's
Do you want some racial humiliation?
Hartwell. I'm fresh out the psych ward and ready to pound the world raw.
I move so different that they put me
He reminds me of my friend who killed himself.
in a handicap spot.
A lot. A lot, actually. My friend Jack, who was Cuboid on YouTube. I grew up with that guy, if you've ever seen his videos.
I am auditioning, applying, pleading with you to sign me to your glorious record label so that I may...
He went through a phase of desperately trying to get attention. He went on TV and like let UK TV just fucking humiliate him. He went on the Slow-Mo Guys. There was a Slow-Mo Guys omelet episode where they were just like hitting him with eggs and hitting him with stuff, and they disappeared that video, unsurprisingly. I don't know if that was before or after he killed himself, but having known him, it was like a hard watch because it was like extreme depression, desperation for like his lottery ticket win out of the situation he was in.
Achieve fat stat.
That was not the "Why aren't you obeying me" guy. That was the "Why aren't you obeying me" guy isn't a nut or anything. He was a kid. To be clear, the guy who was like, "Why aren't you obeying me?" when we were playing on the computer at his family's house or whatever, was a kid at the time he did that. And that is the YouTuber Squire Flyer.
Acts in this life. What about
That story doesn't reflect on his character now in any way.
me? Shit. Who am I? Who am I? What's my identity? Oh, shit. Ah!
All I do is kill. All I do is drill.
I had a normal, wonderful life that was all the way together, and then I had a big mental
I'm from Tame, so I am tenuously connected to like 5 billion YouTubers.
health blow up,
Very tenuously.
and I got sent to the psych ward.
Is drill. All I do is fuck. I just signed a deal. Shitting out some racks. Twist that sack.
My brain just got whoa, bad. And so now I'm out, and there's a good chance I'm gonna have to get a job. Like a job. Like a work at the bagel shop job.
Right.
But the thing is, I don't want health
Can I hear
blow
those
up.
details again?
And I got sent to the psych ward.
Is drill. All I do is fuck.
Because Tame is big. Oh no, Tame is a small market town, but like 100 million YouTubers are from Tame. You know who the Slow-Mo Guys are? They're from Tame. You know who Kid Icarus is? From Tame. You know Squire Flyer? From Tame.
I just signed a deal. Shitting out some racks. Twist that sack.
My brain just got whoa, bad. And so now I'm out, and there's a good chance I'm gonna have to get a job. Like a job. Like a
Let
chance.
me pay attention to that again.
Sack.
And I got sent to the psych ward.
Is drill. All I do is fuck. I just signed a deal. Shitting out some racks. Twist that sack.
My brain just got whoa,
Gotcha.
bad. And so now I'm out, and there's a good chance I'm gonna have to get a job. Like a job.
Is the debt from not being able to do YouTube as well as he could before?
Like a work at the bagel shop job. But the thing is, I don't want to. I really don't want to get a job. And because I don't want to get a job,
So the give me 14 grand was like the bail me out of getting a job video, actually, right?
I'm here shooting my shot at Plum Corp Records
Hello,
to
Sheena.
see if I can get employed as a rapper and as somebody who can do the war plans for all of the corporate warfare that you engage in. Yes, I'm very skilled in these matters as well. I'm a huge fan of Plum Corp CEO Randall Thimes, seen here taking back the company from Fassicorn Saitang in the
I'm not
Great
familiar.
Tribulation. I'm pretty much asking you to scoop me off the street, Plum Corp, and give me a contract to sign so that I'm not out here looking like a bum. My bars are abominable. My bars will alter your cellular configuration. Inoperable cautionlessness, comma dropping college prodigy, drip 'em off the wall with this bitches fight for me like I'm Mike Vick, my fuck around and get the whole world sick, bred different.
that doesn't even come across as rap. It comes across as slam poetry. Agony.
Like whole grain, I'll take any shot. I'll risk it all. I'll be your number one soldier. I've already been cringe online, which means I've basically died. So now I can just do whatever I want. And what I want to do, Plum Corp, is roll with you guys and make cool music and have, you know, big battle-y rap battles and just get down and dirty with it. You know what I'm saying? There's people watching me. I believe Plum Corp is the one corporation.
I think a lot of these videos got removed not because he was nuts, but because he revealed too much about himself. I think he showed people too much about what he really is and what he's really doing.
That has a soul. And I'm prepared to, well, I'm not going to sell my soul to you
That
guys,
would be
but
my
I'll sell
read.
other things. I'll sell other things.
Big chopper with the monkey nuts, hollow tip Ruger, aimed at his
I'll get down, Plum Corp. I'll get so down for you, Plum Corp. You see this? This is where I sleep. I need help, Plum Corp. I don't want to work at the bagel shop. I can't work at the bagel shop because if I do, I'll eat all the bagels and I'll get fat. And that's really just not pleasant for me right now because then I won't be able to fit in my costume and my whole shtick will be ruined. So
Gotcha.
I guess what I'm saying is, Plum Corp, help a white boy out. Sign me. Sign me, Plum Corp. I can rap and I can meme and I can go hard in the paint, yo. I've been crashing out for a long time now. And honestly, I don't even know when the crash out is going to end. And I don't know what to do with myself. My brain is all frazzled after my time at the Grippy Sock Hotel. And now I'm like, well, what's the one record label who
I
can
knew
pick
you
me up?
could be safe edgy, but I never considered safe cringe. Very good, Sex Freakman. Yeah.
Sign me. Probably Plum Corp Records.
It's a good description.
But this is my application to work for you guys
Family-friendly cringe.
as an artist. Sign me. Come and get me. Come and get me. It's your boy. Come and get me, Plum Corp. Sign me. Sign me to your record label, Plum Corp.
He's
I'm
joking,
surgical with
unless...
it. I'm surgical with it. I'm surgical with it. I'm surgical with it.
open wide, grab a leaf out.
Plum Corp. Plum Corp.
The reason it's painful is because you can feel his wishes and desires for them to watch this and say, okay. It tingles down my spine, but in a really bad way.
Will you sign a white boy, Plum Corp? I'm really not ready to let go of my savior fantasies yet, Plum Corp. So I'd like you guys to pick me up and shit. Why not? You know, why not pick me up? I'm so great. Look at me. I'm totally not a depressed fucking wreck, Plum Corp. I'll do almost anything to get signed, Plum Corp. And I mean almost anything. Plum Corp, what's it gonna take? What's it gonna take for you to sign a white boy? I hate myself. I hate myself. Come juice me up. Come juice me up. Respond to my DMs, Plum Corp, so we can make music together and we can do fun things together. Oh, happy Halloween to all the good people working at Plum Corp. I hope it's a spooky one. And I hope you have a spooky old time over there at the greatest corporation in the world. I'll be seeing you.
The racial angle is very gross as well. The prevalence of it makes me think there's something more to it. He's unlisted some videos on Avatar, apparently. He's got a big evening hangout. So I feel like a good term to search on his channel would be bars. Oh my god, he's gone full WPC pilled. Are you ready for this? I don't think you're ready for this. I don't think you're prepared. I don't think you're prepared in the slightest. You ready? What? This can't just be a coincidence. The red statement room.
To answer your question, Malice, This is the first stream. There was an incident like a couple weeks ago where I was messing with the live controls and I mistakenly hit stream and
Okay, he accidentally streamed once. This was 27th January 2024.
I have a new website and stuff. It's really cool. If you go to my latest video and then there's a link down there with the website, but I haven't linked the website to like, oh God, I'm so disorganized. My opinion on nonfiction. We're really getting everything here. Nonfiction is cool. I've been working on some podcasting gigs lately, and that's been super neat. What are your thoughts on AI as an artistic tool?
Danger,
Well-
danger for you at least.
Well, I don't like it. The thing is, I used to, like with Turner, I would get into these big arguments
They'll
about,
like you.
it's like, well, aren't we just taking in the world around us and rearranging it
Okay.
and turning it into cool new things?
Weird thoughts, fine.
And then at a certain point, I realized, why am I making all these philosophical arguments? This shit is quite
Oh my god. Remember everything we've heard him say. You ready? Remember everything we've seen of this guy so far.
Man, how did you break out of the trying to please people with your writing? Well, when I was just a jit, I
know about I used to be Chinese, but that's
first
a new
things
one.
I ever wrote were like mock Tarantino stuff because I was like, oh, he's cool.
The pinned comment presented that as, how did you break out of the audience-centric mindset / people-pleasing mindset? That's not quite the question. I'm disappointed. Reasons on removing the Avatar videos.
Since this was a Cameron question, I can talk about why I got rid of the Avatar videos. Basically, the Avatar videos, I know a lot of people found them entertaining, but there might be a bit of a case of rose-tinted glasses. The reality of those videos was I was very aggressively going to war on behalf of a corporate work of fiction, and I was being incredibly mean and nasty to sort of other creators. How did you start working in the industry as a writer? I'm not like an industry writer. This is a...
Okay. Good to see that's his answer. He is not fully sun-granding out. He is not sun-granding out. Good.
Benedict Cumberbatch, you absolute madman.
By the way, his Avatar videos are still fully accessible. You can just like go watch them if you want. Interestingly, here's something interesting on the Avatar video. On one of them. At least I find it interesting. I wasn't paying attention before. Like count is hidden. Likes are hidden on the Avatar video. I feel like that's an interesting detail. What about the other Avatar video?
What's that? You can't remember any of the characters' names?
The other Avatar video is not unlisted. The other Avatar video is public, but has likes hidden. Interesting. What do you reckon a good phrase to search for him is? What's something you might say in his videos? Debt. Crash out analysis. There's a video called I'm Tired of This Shit. Is this public? This video is not public. Let's take a look.
This message is for the people of God. Everybody else can fuck off. That's how having beliefs works. You know I was gonna improv, but I wrote it down. Sudden rap career. What am I doing, huh? I'm out here crip walking in front of the Hell is Real sign.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
You know, because I've been living in it for most of my life. I've tolerated lack of every kind because I didn't know anything else, and I chased my dreams to the two-faced Sodom that is LA. I was driven out by criminals and bloodsuckers, and since then I've been relentlessly gaslit by the neurotic, dissociated, and unfathomably cruel people of the internet, which is an experience, and I've been relentless by criminals and bloodsuckers, and since then I've been...
He's hiding these because they're too honest. I think he hides this shit not because it's like, I was crazy and I don't like them anymore or something. I think he was too honest. Ooh.
Relentlessly gaslit by the neurotic, dissociated, and unfathomably cruel people of the internet, which is an experience shared by a lot of sense
What happens if he drops a diss track on you? I'll drop one back.
talkers these days, especially ones who, you know, look young, and especially ones who, you know, shared by a lot of unfathomably cruel people of the internet, which is an experience shared by a lot of sense talkers these days, especially ones who, you know, look young.
Okay.
And I spent all my money going full throttle on my art.
There we go. There we go.
Praying from the bottom of the pit, and instead I got lessons. Instead I got non-stop spiritual attacks. Just brutal empty night after brutal empty night. And I kept betting on myself. You know, I went into debt because I believe. Like, I believe things are gonna be okay. When God says it's gonna be okay for his people, I believe that.
I had a mental health crisis and racked up 15K in credit card debt. These two things are ostensibly not as related as he presents them as being. He may well have done both of these. You make it sound like getting sectioned put you in debt or something. You burn all your shit trying to live a fantasy. Okay? Which is, in some sense, a mental health issue. But I think if you were this candid here, you might not have gotten as much money.
And so I came back here to Cincinnati and spent some time at the library, and it's one of the few places where lost people are welcomed. And even then, you know, the city is hurting, screaming, and in desperate need of a modern, pragmatic mind. Unfortunately, no one listens to me.
This is good as hell.
Except
This is
to
real
find
good.
fault and pick me apart. But I'm a good person. I'm a man of God. I follow Christ.
You have to, so long as you aren't critical of me, I'm a great person.
I follow the word, and we deserve good things. The good people deserve good things, and we will get them. Show of hands. Who's opposed to that? Like, come on. Who's upset with that?
He was too honest in these videos. That's why they're
Not
unlisted.
me.
The problem is the honesty in how he feels. Okay.
So what the hell? Why not me?
What the hell? What the hell? Why not me? Why not me? You were meant to be like a cracked out whore in LA. You were born to be that. You're a cracked out, washed up whore who wanted to be a film star in the body of a schizophrenic man. Sorry to have to diagnose you so unpleasantly.
Credit card debt.
Credit card
I don't know
debt.
why I'm talking about this.
Credit card debt mentioned in an unlisted video. What's going on here? What is this? Avatar 3 fan theories unlisted.
You just got Hartwell. If you unsubscribe, you're lame. I don't want to talk about movie stuff.
2 months ago.
I don't want to do it anymore. I'm tired of fake shit. I was talking about movies for years, and then my life unfolded in a way that I did not have any idea would happen. The same thing is gonna happen with my content. Like, that's what you need to understand about a person going through a change. Yeah, so what's the change? The change is I am going to become an old school YouTuber. Like, I'm actually gonna do this. What I mean by that is I'm gonna broadcast myself. I'm gonna broadcast my life. If you think it's boring, you can go home. You can get out of here. I think my life is super interesting and worth talking about. And
you just got
I just was straight up almost on the streets, and I was in $15,000 worth of credit card debt. I don't know why I'm talking about this.
Does he specify in this video that it is credit card debt?
But my audience rushed in and helped.
He does. I'm blind. I'm blind.
Me, and
my bad.
I am at a loss for words. I feel bad about how I am so unable to get across how significant this is. But for all the people who helped me, thank you so much. And how do I make this personal? How do I make this more personal? I just want to
make it more personal.
I just want to hug all of you. I just want to give you a big hug. Yeah, I had some mess ups, but whatever, I suck at getting personal because it's.
I just want to hear him say, did you use it for bills? Well, credit card debt from going all in on art. That doesn't sound like he wasn't able to make money and had to spend it on his bills. Sorry, had to go into debt to pay bills.
Show the human side after you've been kind of writing yourself as a
We're crawling
for so long. What's going to happen now is I'm going to shift into a different style of content that is more about me, and I'm going to see if me, Hartwell, the guy, can blow up. That's what I want. I want to know if I can do this in a way where it's me and not a product that I'm creating. Because it wasn't always a product. YouTube wasn't always a product. And I know that's me talking about a brand, which is really just me talking about a culture, about a way of handling the internet that we don't really see anymore. Yeah, I want to talk about my life into the thing and make money. Why would I not want to do that? Am I a grifter? Because I want to talk into the thing and make money? And you have no idea what it costs to do the long-ass video essays. It is a whole lifestyle. And there's a reason you don't see the behind the scenes with the boys on that stuff. It's because it consists of you hunched over the freaking computer working on blah, 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 complete with graphics, complete with music and sound effects. It's a completely draining way of life to make those videos. So I don't want to make those videos anymore. And I'm not going to make those videos anymore. I don't even want to make it a little bit. I don't even want to make it for you. I don't want to make it. It sucks for me. And imagine the tribute to the old hymn flashing by. Oh my gosh, the tribute to the old hymn. Guys, it's gonna be okay. I promise I'm funny. It's Hartwell, baby. I'm a little confused.
That's like the problem.
About who has the real mother freaking news. 902. Anyways, take it easy. Anywho,
Oh.
thanks for checking in. It's been nice. These brands
This
go
can't be
around
it.
attracting millions of
Oh, the AI video that people hated is just up. The AI video isn't privated. I presumed it would have been the way you talked about it. AI and the creative revolution. Welcome to the bot wars. Why does he look like fucking Steve Vai now? He keeps morphing.
Good morning, America. Entertainment is about to change forever. And if you want to be a part of it, you need to change the way that you think. I will not coddle you with lies. AI is going to take your job. And the only way to stop this from happening is to stop thinking of it as a job. Who's going to see my talent and cut me in on their success?
Had a job.
A labor mindset. And you are not a laborer. You are a creator.
This is him talking to himself.
Don't. I was a cashier. I was a janitor. I was working on a demolition site at the height of COVID because I couldn't find landscaping work. I come from a stable, lower middle class background, and plenty of my friends growing up had it worse than I did. But according to that graph y'all point to all the fucking time, an extra 20K in the bank is crumbs compared to the billionaires, right? So don't turn around and tell me I'm speaking from privilege. I'm going to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I'm
So
searching,
help my
by the
white
way.
ass.
I'm listening and I'm
If you don't like it,
searching.
you can click away. The internet isn't real. This video is for the anti-AI people. It's also for people who use words like normalize and problematic on a daily basis. You know who you are. Lastly, this video is for my sick, confused generation. I want to try to give you guys some hope, especially my fellow artists, if you'll allow it. This video is not for people who don't care about this video. You might be like, I'm happy I know who I am. I don't need a creative revolution. And you guys are the salt of the earth. Love you. Sit this one out. Who am I? Well, 3 years ago, I was a person with zero industry connections and zero prospect.
He's got a rap with comments turned off. This is not a drill. He has a rap with comments turned off.
Zoo-wee mama! What the f-
Oh. Oh, baby.
fuck? So, I've been sharing my thoughts on the internet for a while now. I know, stupid idea. And a lot of people are curious as to where I get all of these wild,
He's
crazy
so
thoughts
raped.
that I express here on my channel. So I figured I'd make a little video to share my sources. I'll give you a hint. It's books. I love myself. You look a little confused. Let me give you the news. You're gonna give me some, huh? It's a whole lot of people out there that are smarter than you. Highly educated people. They work for years in niches, put their whole life in thesis, cross the T's. But we don't want education, we just want our degrees. Heard a rumor about a cultural divide. I'm gonna get it on the ceiling. I guess I got a rap to show you people how I'm feeling now. Yeah, don't listen to me. Just
This is like what's deleted by Game Grumps. By, what's it called? Starburst, Star Force, whatever their fucking band is. Starbomb. Starbomb. What's another good phrase to search? I've done like money, rap. What's a phrase he says a lot? Impact. No, no good. Career. Career.
get some fans
Shut.
and boom, successful.
Unlisted video called How to Actually Succeed as a Creative. Yeah, okay. What else we got? Fuck. Willpower. Willpower. That could be a good one. Oh, I haven't searched God. 39 hits. This might be the good stuff.
God
If this is unlisted, we're watching it. We are watching this. This is what we're watching. The title of this one is just funny. This one is what I want to watch. I survived 5 months of spiritual psychosis, short version.
I actually just did that. The thing in the title. Give or take a few days. That's the first thing you learn when you're really going through it. Time just changes. Time just gets all funky wonky. Yeah, so
I'll search artist as well.
it started with some things that became too hard to ignore, synchronicities and various patterns, and at a certain point you can't ignore it. And so instead of using this newfound spiritual signism to supplement my life, I went fully down the deep hole. I did it. I friggin' did it. The funny thing is, I had a video a few months back
and artist
where I thought I was all the way through it,
no good.
but I was only at around the halfway point. And this friggin' second wave hit me 10 times harder than the first wave did. And I plunged completely into a spiritual rabbit hole. Like, I was spiraling, and, you know, I realized later on I was actually spiraling out as opposed to spiraling into something. I had a tough life growing up, and that's all I want to say right now. But I pulled myself up through it. I was deep in the deep end. It was like imagine like if I swam across an ocean to get here to talk to you. It's absolutely wild. God is real, obviously. The God of Abraham and Isaac and Esau, and, you know, all the Bible characters. That God is real. The Bible is real. The Bible is like the greatest collection of religious texts that's ever been assembled, bar none. Along my journey, I was listening to God.
If that's the case, then why is there no Bible 2?
I was really listening to God, and I was taking commands from God, and sometimes God would tell me to do things that I didn't fully understand. The thing about talking to God is that on paper, to many institutions and many people, that's a trait of crazy people. If I say that I talk to God, that for some of y'all is like, it's like, oh, he needs to be medicated for that. And that's the first thing that your head will jump to. But it's real. Like, it's the real shit. And if you don't think that God is working in our world right now in 2025, you're not paying attention.
Old Testament, New Testament is not Bible 1 and Bible 2. No, doesn't count. However, someone did just link to Bible 2. So fair enough.
Or you've had the misfortune of never truly knowing God, except perhaps at the moment of your birth, when you were then plunged into, you know, a world that you didn't choose. It's Hartwell. I'm on TikTok. I do raps. Yeah, I've been going through it. No, I don't want to talk about it in total. But the first bullet point is that God is real. Second is that Bible, very valuable. And politics, don't get into.
Is that real?
Is that Bible, very valuable. And politics,
that has an
don't get
AI-ness
into them.
to it.
They are
just
bad
saying.
mojo. Music is very powerful. Music is something that lifted me up many a time. White people are the least privileged class.
Oh.
They don't have
He's going to talk about rhythm. He's going to talk about rhythm, isn't he?
People have no culture.
Oh.
I know.
There's a lot of this racial stuff in his videos. Over and over and over again.
Anywho, these are the main bullet points that I learned in my giant valley of spiritual psychosis, and I hope that you can learn from them. If you ever encounter spiritual psychosis, there's a whole nother video I made about that.
A sane person's guide to spiritual psychosis.
Is
Sorry, did he mention the second channel any other time? High Power Gang Mental Health Cult. Excuse me? How many eyes? 3 eyes. Power Gang. This channel is not archived.
Spiritual psychosis is a topic that I think is going to get a lot more traction in the next few years. Why is this? It is because we are seeing mass spiritual awakenings all around the planet. Shit is happening. I will not pretend to know exactly what is going on. I do not know. All I know is that I have gone through
It has a
this, and I've
distinct
come out on the
flavor.
other side of it, and I would like to help you in your journey as well. My name is Lucas.
How much weed do
this
I need
is
to
the
do?
beginning of what I hope to be.
I'm
a
scrolling
real
the
movement.
transcript.
So, first thing you need to know is that you are saved. Like you're good.
Doesn't really seem to be saying all that much. I'm not really coming up with other good terms to search. We might be done. Help me out here. What terms might appear in videos that are unlisted? Ooh. What if I search white? You have 28 hits for white. White Walkers. White Void. No good. You'd think you'd see more based on how often we've seen him say it anyway. Spiritual, lyrical miracle. Essence. Nothing good coming out of race. Hang on. Someone said something that I wanted to peep, and I've already forgotten it. Spent. It's going to be a lot of him talking about time, isn't it? Seen a lot of the same videos we've already seen. Weed and trip. Only one hit of weed. Mental. I did debt. Mental. We're doing mental. I think we might be cooked. I think it might be over. I need... Ooh, privilege. Privilege? Nah. Privileged? What is this?
I'm very privileged, but...
That's public. Who cares? One more. Mom and Dad. Nothing really. Nothing really. We searched Trump. No. We searched Biden. Just talking about Biden impression. I think we're... Institution. I'll do Ward and I'll do Institution. No, just videos we've seen. I think I'm spent on the digging. think we're good. I think that's going to be all for tonight and all for this week. It was fun to dig into, but I couldn't get my hooks into him as well as I'd like to. I'll search rent. I'll search landlord. I'll search apartment. No good. Alright, I'll see you guys on Friday. I hope you had a good day. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Just a little dig into a guy where I think there's something here, but we didn't find it. We found some interesting stuff. But not enough. Not enough. And I'm hitting a brick wall. I'm shooting blanks. See you on Friday. Till then, thanks for your viewership, companionship, and incredible generosity. Till then, good night. Sleep tight. Don't let spiritual psychosis bite.